What happens when a champion decides that being great isn't enough? What happens when a man looks at legends and says, I belong there too? In 2015, Novak Djokovic didn't just chase perfection. He caught it, strangled it, and made it his own. He didn't just beat opponents anymore. He transformed the very concept of what tennis players could be. He turned physics into poetry. He made winning look inevitable. And if you weren't there to witness it, sit down, lock in, because we're about to show you what tennis looks like when a man becomes a myth. In 2015, something fundamental shifted in the universe of tennis. This wasn't just dominance. This was systematic destruction. This was the year Novak Djokovic stopped being human and became something else entirely, something terrifying. 82 wins, 6 losses. One man's war against perfection itself.
Oh yes! Moment of magic from Djokovic there. Superb court coverage. Absolutely superb from Djokovic. Oh, stop it! Novak Djokovic, what are you doing?
Sensational from Novak Djokovic.
You've got to be kidding me! What a point from the world number one! Tennis from another level from Novak Djokovic. Absolutely brilliant from Djokovic. Oh, what a way to win it! Victory for Djokovic!
To understand the deity Djokovic became in 2015, you need to understand the mortality he shed. See, before 2011, Novak Djokovic was talented but inconsistent. Oh, he could win Grand Slams. He had 7 by 2014. He could stretch like rubber, slide like silk. But after his breakthrough 2011, could he sustain that peak level year after year? The questions evolved. While Djokovic was proving himself as a champion, Federer and Nadal weren't standing still. Roger had 17 Grand Slams by 2014, Rafa had 14. Novak? 7 Grand Slams, including that incredible 2011 breakthrough, but the gap was still massive. To join the conversation as an all-time great alongside these legends, he needed more than sporadic brilliance. The narrative had shifted, no longer about mental weakness, but about sustained excellence and legacy building. Can he reach those heights consistently? Can he close the gap with Federer and Nadal? Was 2011 his peak or just the beginning? The tennis world was watching, waiting to see if he could reclaim that throne and stake his claim among the greatest ever. But watch what happened next, because this is where mortality ends and godhood begins. Mental fortification. Not just confidence, but something unbreakable. Djokovic spent the end of 2014 rebuilding his mindset with one purpose: to achieve the perfection he'd always chased. His pursuit of flawless tennis became an obsession. Meanwhile, something clicked with his overall game. His serve became a weapon, not through power, but through precision. Corners, wide angles, body serves that jammed returners. What had once been considered his weakest shot was now setting up points perfectly. And then there was the movement, not just the splits anymore. This was anticipation bordering on telepathy. He wasn't reacting to where the ball was, he was already where it was going to be. That's not evolution, that's mutation. From January 1st, 2015, something was different. Djokovic wasn't playing tennis anymore. He was conducting a masterclass in psychological warfare. First up was the Australian Open. Andy Murray came to fight in the final. For 3 sets, he did exactly that, pushing Djokovic, trading blows, refusing to yield. But then came the 4th set. 6-love. Complete dominance when it mattered most. That's championship mentality distilled into 30 minutes of perfect tennis.
Djokovic swings again.
I think it has a deeper meaning, more intrinsic value now to my life, because I'm a father and a husband. So it's the first Grand Slam title I won as a father and a husband, and just feel very, very proud of it. Winning the 8th Grand Slam title and being mentioned in the elite group of legends of our sport is a huge privilege and honor. It's been an amazing 10 years of tennis.
Then came the clay season. Djokovic did something nobody thought possible. He broke Rafael Nadal on clay. Not just beat him, broke him. Straight sets at Roland Garros. The king of clay, dethroned by a man who supposedly couldn't slide. Sure, he lost the final to Wawrinka. 1 match, 1 loss. His only blemish in the Grand Slam universe.
I thank them very much for these emotions I felt on the court. Obviously, it was not easy to stand there as a runner-up again, but I lost to a better player who played some courageous tennis and deserved to win.
Wimbledon. Federer's house. The Swiss maestro in his living room playing the match of his life. Didn't matter. Djokovic had an answer for everything. Every serve, every volley, every desperate shot Roger could conjure.
It's Djokovic again. A 3rd championship at Wimbledon. A successful defense against the great Roger Federer.
4 sets. Clinical. Surgical. Perfect.
I'm 28. I feel good. I don't feel old. I have hopefully many more years in front of me. I'm gonna try to push my own limits and see how far I can go really with titles and with myself and playing on this high level.
New York. Federer again, playing inspired tennis. The crowd fully behind him. But Djokovic had evolved beyond emotion, beyond pressure, beyond the noise of 23,000 fans. 4 sets again. When Federer pushed, Djokovic pushed back harder. When Roger found his rhythm, Novak found another gear. The 3rd Grand Slam was his. Djokovic wasn't just winning anymore. He was making the impossible look inevitable.
Novak Djokovic is strongest again.
It's been an incredible season. I'm very fortunate to experience a great success this year. I won 3 out of 4, so it's more than I could ask for. Now actually sitting down here and with this trophy and reflecting on what I have achieved, it's quite incredible.
But Grand Slams only tell part of the story. The Masters 1000 series is where Djokovic truly revealed his otherworldly nature. 6 Masters titles, 6 out of 9 possible. Indian Wells, Miami, Monte Carlo, Rome, Shanghai, Paris Masters. He reached 8 Masters finals total, another record. Cincinnati final, Montreal final, even his losses came in championship matches. Overall record in finals, 11 out of 15. That's not just good, that's statistically impossible sustained excellence. But here's the number that proves we witnessed something supernatural. 82 wins, 6 losses. Read that again. In an entire calendar year, facing the best athletes in the world, Djokovic lost 6 times. 93.2% winning percentage. To put that in perspective, most elite players pray for 85% over a full season. The head-to-head numbers against his rivals tell the story of complete dominance. When it mattered most, Djokovic found ways to win. 4-0 versus Rafael Nadal. 4 matches, 4 victories, including that stunning straight sets win at Roland Garros. 5-3 versus Roger Federer. With all his experience and shot-making brilliance, Federer couldn't solve the Djokovic puzzle consistently. 6-1 versus Andy Murray. The world number 2, playing some of the best tennis of his career, still couldn't find an answer to Djokovic's relentless consistency. 31 wins against top 10 opponents. Think about that. The best players in the world, and Djokovic beat them 31 times in 1 year. His ranking points? Nearly double Murray's. That's not just being better, that's existing in a different dimension.
Watch the tape from 2015. Really watch it. Djokovic had achieved something beyond human limitations. He had eliminated variables. Every forehand identical, that signature cross-court rocket with deadly precision. Every backhand textbook, the two-handed weapon that could go down the line or cross-court with equal venom. Every return positioned perfectly, turning defense into instant offense, neutralizing the biggest serves in the game. But it was more than just shot-making. His footwork had reached a new level of precision. The way he set up for shots, always perfectly balanced, always in the optimal position. His court coverage became suffocating. Balls that should have been winners were being tracked down and turned into defensive masterpieces. His serve had become a tactical weapon. The placement was surgical, not hard but smart. He'd find the one square inch where his opponent couldn't attack, then place it there with GPS accuracy. But the real weapon was his mind. While opponents were thinking about their next shot, Djokovic was already 3 shots ahead. He wasn't reacting to tennis anymore, he was predicting it. The old Djokovic celebrated winners. The 2015 Djokovic expected them. When you watched him play, you didn't see emotion. You saw mathematics, cold, perfect, terrifying mathematics. By mid-season, something had shifted on tour. Players knew they were facing a different version of Djokovic. The consistency, the relentless pressure, the way he never gave cheap points. It wore opponents down mentally before they even realized it. His reputation preceded him into every match. When you're facing someone with a 93% win rate, someone who hasn't lost to you all year, doubt creeps in. Not fear, but the mathematical reality that beating this version of Djokovic required perfect tennis for the entire match. And perfect tennis is exhausting to maintain when your opponent never breaks.
When the year ended, analysts weren't just calling it the greatest season in tennis history. They were asking if it was the greatest individual season in any sport, ever. $21 million in prize money. In 2015, that wasn't just a record. That was a statement that tennis had a new economic hierarchy. 52 consecutive weeks at number 1. Every single week of the year. Not 51 weeks, not 50 weeks. Every single week. But here's what scared the tennis world. Djokovic didn't look satisfied. He looked hungry. Like this wasn't the destination, it was the warm-up. When reporters asked him about his greatest season ever, his response revealed his mindset. I always believe I can improve. I know I can always get better. Not satisfaction, hunger for even more perfection. Novak Djokovic's 2015 season wasn't just tennis. It was a masterclass in human potential. It was proof that somewhere between talent and obsession lies something we don't have a word for. 82-6, 31 top 10 wins, 6 Masters titles, 3 Grand Slams. Mathematical perfection disguised as sport. This wasn't just the greatest tennis season ever played. This was the year one man decided the laws of consistency didn't apply to him, and then proved it. Every champion since has chased this ghost. Every perfect season gets compared to this standard. Because in 2015, Djokovic didn't just play tennis. He solved it. Drop a comment. Where do you rank 2015 Djokovic in sports history? Hit that like if you think this was the most dominant individual season ever. Subscribe because we're just getting started with tennis mythology. Because here's the thing about perfection. It's never satisfied with one miracle.